AI risk decks obsess over model hallucination and token costs. A more immediate problem is waking up to a severe outage or a sudden 3 times price hike on the one API your product cannot live without. In this video, we are going to build a presentation-ready AI resilience and diversification plan. By the end, you will have a clear framework to protect your gross margins at your next quarterly P&L review. To execute this plan right now, you need 4 things: a list of your top 10 AI workflows, your billing dashboards, your fixed price contract data, and a blank spreadsheet. We are doing this because treating an AI dependency like a developer convenience leaves you exposed. When you wire a single provider deeply into your workflows without a fallback, you are taking on a critical supply chain risk that directly threatens your company's valuation when things break. Step 1 is defining your exposure. Take your current API token costs and any potential SLA penalties and cross-reference them against your fixed-price customer contracts. This animated chart shows what we call invisible exposure. Look at the fixed-price contract economics. When your upstream API cost expands by a factor of 3, it directly crushes your downstream gross margin to near zero. To protect those margins without overcomplicating your engineering response, we use workload tiering. This graphic categorizes your AI workflows by actual business criticality into 3 distinct columns. Tier 1 contains your mission-critical operations. These are workflows like a customer support bot, where a failure immediately blocks revenue. These absolutely require active multi-vendor routing. Tier 2 is for important but not fatal features. This includes tools like an internal code copilot. They require a documented, tested migration path, even if they currently default to one provider. Tier 3 covers experiments like sandbox tooling. Single vendor reliance is acceptable here, provided you set a strict countdown clock to time box the exposure. Resist the urge to label every workflow as Tier 1. If you categorize every feature as critical, you dilute your resources and nothing is truly protected. By establishing your exact financial exposure and strict tiering first, you prevent panic buying engineering fixes later, and you shield your Q3 and Q4 margins from vendor pricing shifts. Step 2 is mapping your technical dependencies to those financial stakes. Open your spreadsheet and create an AI dependency register. You need clean headers for provider, model, use case, system owner, revenue dependence, and fallback status. Do not use vague categories like sales tooling. You need to break that down and explicitly name the exact provider and model version driving the feature. Next, attach a hard dollar amount of revenue exposure to every single row in the register. You must know exactly how much money relies on that specific model call. Now, we stress test it with a 48-hour fire drill. This diagram maps a typical architecture. You have multiple gray business function nodes, all relying on a single thin amber node at the bottom. Ask your team, what happens if this primary provider goes offline or triples in price for 30 days? Let's simulate that drill. We eliminate the primary provider from your register, and the central API goes dark. You immediately see the cascade. The connected workflows fail, hitting your SLAs and stalling the attached revenue lines. Running this fire drill cuts straight through theoretical engineering debates. It forces the team to see exactly which revenue lines are completely naked without a viable fallback plan. Step 3 is drafting the architectural roadmap to fix those vulnerabilities and stabilize your margins. The strategy here is to standardize your swap surface. You want to structure your systems so that changing providers is an inconvenience rather than a catastrophe. This timeline details the technical rollout. Phase 1 focuses entirely on implementing multi-provider AI gateways, or context-aware routers. Phase 2 standardizes your response schemas across the codebase. Phase 3 builds model-agnostic evaluation harnesses to ensure output quality remains consistent across different providers. Presenting this specific roadmap shows your leadership team that you have a deliberate path to permanently decouple your revenue continuity from a single supplier's ecosystem. You now possess the 3 required tools to govern your AI usage: a workload tiering system, an AI dependency register, and a diversification roadmap. Frame these tools for your executive team as a direct defense of your gross margin, a plan to keep your unit economics stable regardless of external provider shifts. Take the results of your 48-hour fire drill to your engineering leads immediately. You need to shift the track and start abstracting those Tier 1 workflows today, before an outage forces your hand. Effective AI governance means leaving the playground phase behind. To scale safely, you have to treat inference APIs with the exact same rigorous supply chain discipline you apply to any other material business dependency.